I'm going to always say this about myself. I've achieved success later in life, and I've got this like platform of like, I used to be a forklift driver. I used to work in retail. I was like, I now know what that success means. It's not a case of this is the path and that's where I got to. It's now I am not going back there.
Definitely. And I think people need to remember that as well. You know, I always said you should take everyone's funding away and see who turns up the next day. They're the people you want to fund. So things like that,
Absolutely.
because, they want it more. It's not about the money. It's about the journey or whatever, every cliche you want to throw, but it's true. It is about the ones who will turn up because you know that you can work with them because they want it up here.
And I suppose at that level, like lower down you go, there's no money in it, is there? There's no like, it's not all, do you know what I mean?
Well, if anyone wants to, sort of the myths about any Olympian, I think someone on Twitter put the other day, they said, oh, because of the protests and you're not allowed to be political at the Olympic Games. And someone went, what? They're going to take our money away from us because we get nothing. Absolutely bugger all. It is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think the lottery funding is only, it's not. Even you've got to be like in the top 10 of the world and you still only get like £25,000 a year. So if you think you're going to make loads of money from lottery funding, it's not. It's like literally the base level. So you can then go and do your training. And you've got to be lucky in your sport. You might not get any prize money or any sponsorship. So you've got to be there again in that right sport at the right time to get the right attraction and the right sponsorships. And then, it's pot luck. You might go and break your ankle the week before the Olympics and that's it. Your chance is gone. So it's ruthless Olympics, and we train a hell of a lot harder than a lot of other sports as well. So we don't do it for the money. That's for sure.
Do you regret it though, Gail? Do you is there a part of you that's like, I wish I hadn't bothered?
Yeah.
Really? Really?
No. You do go through it. And I think you have to go through it because when you finish, when you transition, you basically you crash off a cliff. And I think you have to go through those emotions, and you do go through anger. And part of me, you look at your life and you go, I'm 31 years old. And my mates are all climbing the career ladder. They've got nice cars, nice houses, whatever. I have now got the CV of an 18-year-old, and I'm right back to where, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. What was the point of it? And you do have those questions, and I think you need to, answer these questions. Was it worth it? What did I learn? What did I, where can I, but you need help to go through that process as well. And many athletes will look back, and that's what I want to make sure is every athlete looks back with pride and not go, oh, that was, really didn't want it. Yeah. You don't want to look back in anger, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely right. That leads on to a question that, Anthony Ryder has asked us. It's when you're having a bad day, what motivated you to carry on? And whether he means as an athlete or afterwards, but what's the motivation to dig deep?
The motivation is the hard one. It's more, I call it more of a stubbornness. I never want to have any regrets, and that's what made me carry on a bad day. Is that if I quit, I'm gonna regret it. Whereas if I push and I carry on and I get to work to a point where I go, okay, I've done everything I can. It's not working today. That's fine. But I know that feeling, then that's okay. If you're having bad days can be for so many different reasons. Bad days can be from up here, body, everything. And you've just got to accept it. We're human. Okay, so anyone who tries to fight a bad day, it's you're not a robot. So understand it. Is it a bad day because just one of those days, or what is it? If you can try and push through, but as long as you can wake up tomorrow and go, I don't regret what I did yesterday, then that's it. And it's learning. You're never going to get it right all the time. And some days you go, oh, I wish I pushed through, but you don't do it the next time. That's all it is. And again, athletes aren't we don't wake up and go, woo, let's go training. Yeah. It's none of that. We hate it. We hate it. Some do. But, it is physically and mentally exhausting. But you just have to visualize why you're doing it. So I used to just obviously visualize the podium and I kept thinking, if I don't do this, my opponent is going to do this. And I like winning and I want to win. So I'm going to do this training because I want to win. And that's how you
Just out
see
of
the process. Yeah, I'm like, God damn it, I'm going to do this because I want to win. Yeah. And it's just working your way of thinking about it. So, you know, if it's in normal life now, it's a lot different thinking. You know, I don't sit there. I wish I did have medals, honestly. I wish people would give me medals for just doing the washing.